to pull his criminal record.
They wondered if he had had any troubling charges in the past.
He committed other crimes. He was a peeping Tom.
They also learned that Craig had killed before.
The incident happened 20 years ago in New Jersey. The young woman that he was dating at the time broke up with him.
Craig was not very happy about that.
He followed her home from work, beat her to death with a hammer, and then buried her body in a shallow grave.
Despite the brutality of the crime, the defense was able to secure a deal, and Craig pled guilty to manslaughter.
He received a 10-year sentence, but only served 5 years.
He was young, 16 or 17, and they don't like giving teenagers life.
In addition to that, there was concern at the time of Craig's mental health state. It is our belief that those two factors contributed to Craig receiving a reduced sentence in that case.
After Craig's release, he relocated to Atlanta.
People wonder, why is this killer walking around and getting jobs? When you run a criminal history, an employee only can get so much, especially if that record has been expunged.
He was a juvenile when he committed the crime, so it did not follow him. He was able to start a brand new life.
One where no one suspected he was a killer.
Craig was actually liked by his colleagues and his co-workers, seen as good at his job, and seen as a kind, intelligent individual.
But now detectives are wondering, had this seemingly kind and intelligent individual killed again?
He becomes the prime suspect.
After uncovering Craig's criminal record, detectives head back to the food processing company, only to discover that Craig hadn't come into work that morning.
The police put out what is called a bolo, be on the lookout, for Craig Armstead's car.
They also request additional surveillance footage, this time focusing on carrying Craig's movements in the hours before the murder.
One of the first things they were able to see was Carrie actually carrying a bag with the camera in it a little after 9 o'clock, and she was heading from her building over to the Human Resources Department.
They charged in the same building that Craig's in.
Craig even appears in the security footage soon after Carrie enters the building.
The video of the facility is showing him walking past her and seeing her with the bag.
This leads investigators to believe that this is the moment that Craig realized that his camera had been discovered.
And the surveillance footage leaves little doubt about what he did in response.
Which is unbelievable.
A few minutes after Carrie walked back over to the building, Craig followed.
The cameras actually picked up Craig entering the break room.
Moments later, he's walking out with a knife in his hand.
Detectives investigating the murder of Carrie Harris have just uncovered surveillance footage that shows the minutes leading up to her brutal stabbing.
Craig is seen walking into the break room. A few moments later, he's seen walking out with a knife in his hand.
The knife that you see in the video is similar to the knife that was ultimately used to kill Carrie.
Combined with Carrie's complaints to Human Resources about Craig's harassment, there was more than enough evidence to justify an arrest warrant.
The authorities won't have to look very far for him either. At around the same time, patrol officers pull over Craig's car less than a mile from the office.
The police recognized they had a bolo for this vehicle.
I should have took the day off. Should have took Monday off, but I said no, I'ma go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Beautiful, beautiful people. Happy early Monday. Baby, I am up. Just sitting here catching up on some TV. Need to have my good sleep because I got to get up in a little while But was just dropping in to say hey and good morning to you all, wherever you are, whatever you're doing at this present moment. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you all. Again, baby, I am wide awake and just laying here looking at this TV and need to cut it off and take my butt to sleep because I have to be up at 6 a.m. But while I'm up, I just decided to drop in to say hey and happy Monday to you all. And as you all begin to get up later on this morning, just look up and tell God thank you for allowing us all to see another day. For allowing us all to see another day. And I guess I was just laying here, just thinking and praying. Um, Again, I've told you all earlier that my daughter is under the weather. She's ill right now. Most definitely praying for a speedy recovery for her. We've been down this road before. Um, and I just pray God's healing on her. So as a mom, as a parent, whenever your child or children are sick or has a problem, we want to jump right in and fix it. We want to jump right in and fix it, but sometimes we just have to stand on the word of God and just pray and trust in God's plan and God's purpose. And I can't lie, it has me bothered and worried. Uh, but again, I am most certainly standing on God's word. Um, as far as her healing, and she has to go into the hospital on Wednesday. So, baby, I am most certainly praying her through the doors, and baby, going to most certainly pray her out of the doors when she comes out. Who's sleeping? I'm absolutely not sleeping. If you hear me talking, then I'm not sleeping. Whew. Jesus, take the wheel. But yeah, I guess I've been laying here just thinking and praying and just thinking that God is most certainly good. Um, God is good. God is really, really good. Yeah, if you hear me talking, then I'm not. I don't guess I talk in my sleep, but if you hear me talking, I'm not sleeping, sweetheart. If I just said that I'm wide awake and need to be asleep, but I'm not. But good morning. Good morning to you. Happy Monday. Happy early Monday. Hope you having an amazing morning so far. I hope your day is even greater. But again, just laying here, uh, not sleepy at all, and was just watching some Fatal Attraction. And wanted to drop in to say hey and good morning to you all while I was up. Baby, I hate nights like this where I can't go to sleep and I'm up and I'll get up and go in there and clean or put clothes in the washer and start doing stuff. But not this time. I'm not getting up. I'm gonna try to get in here and get comfortable and try to doze off to get me a little sleep. Cause I know as soon as I hit the door at my little lady's house this morning, baby, she gonna be bouncing off the roof. She's going to be bouncing off of the roof. So again, I wanted to drop in to say hey and good morning to you all. I hope you all have a amazing Monday. If you have to go out, make sure that you all are being safe, and then most certainly make sure that you all are drinking plenty of water, keeping yourselves hydrated, because here in Alabama they have a heat advisory um, in effect till 9 o'clock tonight. So if you don't have to go out in that heat, baby, don't be out there in it. Cause just like anything else, baby, this heat will take you out. And I am one of those people that stays cold. I stay cold. I absolutely stay cold for some whatever reason. I stay cold and I leave the air on, but I will go sit out on the porch. And Friday, because the heat advisory had been in effect for the whole weekend here in Alabama. So, baby, I went out there and sat out on the porch just trying to warm up a little bit because I didn't want to cut my air off. And soon as I sat out on the porch, I just immediately started sweating. Not only is the weather hot, but I think the humidity is even hotter. And I know I wasn't sitting on the porch for nothing about 2 seconds, and baby, I was sweating like I had been out there for an hour. So if you all are going out and out in this heat, and I don't know if you all have having the heat advisory in your cities and states and stuff like that, but if they are, even if they're not, uh, just be careful out there in the heat. Be careful out there in the heat. Make sure that you all are staying cool and hydrated because baby, this heat will take you out too now. This heat will most certainly take you out. And this 92, 98, 100-degree heat, it's just not good. It's not good for nobody. So just make sure that you all are staying safe in that aspect of being out in the sun. And I know a lot of guys have to work out in the sun and, just be out in the weather, but you guys as well, make sure that you all are most certainly staying safe. Shout out to my partners in crime. They know who they are. Uh, Hope everything is going well with you all. Shout out to Miss Miranda. In her absence, she's not feeling well. And I hope that you get to feeling better really soon. I reached out and tried to contact you on today if you come back and catch the replay. I reached out and tried to contact you today, but whenever you get a chance and you get to feeling better, just give me a call or shoot me a text to let me know that you are doing okay. Life is most definitely life, and for everybody, everywhere is going through something or another. Baby, when I tell you, when you think you're doing good and you done made 2 steps forward, here come the devil trying to bring you 3 steps back. But again, Life is most certainly life, and we're all going through different things, but God is still in control. I am a firm believer. God is most certainly still in control. Um, like I said, as a mom and your kids are not feeling well, you tend to worry, um, and stuff like that. But baby, I am trusting and leaning on God's word, pertaining to my daughter. Uh, she most certainly has a praying mama, baby. She most certainly has a praying mama. But anybody that's ill and under the weather right now, I pray God's healing um, for you all. I hope you all begin to get to feeling better. Um, just so much going on, so much going on. Um, and again, thank you guys for the ones who that will say a prayer for my daughter as she's ill right now. Um, and I was basically just laying here before I even got on here, just laying here, um, praying and uh, thanking God for everything that He has done in my life and everything that He's going to continue to do in my life. And just laying here, just thinking about uh, all of the many, many wonderful blessings that I have been blessed with. I'm thankful. I'm so thankful to have been blessed with three uh, wonderful kids and two wonderful grandchildren and even a grand dog, if I must say. Because, baby, my daughter swear her dog is her child. So that's my grand dog, Coco. But I'm just really, really thankful and I'm really blessed. We get up sometimes and complain and be fussing because we got to get up and go to work and do what we got to do because these bills ain't going to pay themselves. So we most certainly get up and go to work and do the things that we have to do to be able to do the things that we want to do. And I know me personally get up every morning, honey, fussing because I got to go over there with Satan. But I am thankful. I am thankful to be even in a position to get up to complain about having to go over there with Satan because somebody somewhere don't have a job and or have lost their job and has not been able to find another one. So uh, I'm really thankful, and I call her Satan because she, she's a pill. She's a pill, baby. And I ain't talking about the Tylenol or the Aleve. She's a pill. One of them red or blue pills that was on the Matrix. She's something else. But I am just thankful and I am blessed. And I thank God every day. I thank God every day um, for me being able to be in a position to get up and get out and do the things that I have to do so I can most certainly do all of the things that I want to do. And I've been blessed in that area. I've been blessed in that area. So I'm so, 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 so thankful. And baby, I just lay here sometimes, even when I don't get on live and I be up late or early in the morning or late at night, baby, I lay here and just think about um, how blessed that I am. I would lay here and think about how blessed that I am because this time a few years ago, baby, I didn't have my home. I was at my family home house, um going going through something as we all do. Was getting ready to have knee replacement surgery, honey. I was nervous about that, scared about that, and uh just going through. The living situation wasn't what I wanted it to be, and uh just was unhappy. Uh and I can just remember, even after having the knee surgery, just laying in the bed and praying and crying and crying and praying and wanting God to move for me right then. The microwave effect. Wanting God to move for me right then. But God, I know now, well, I know then, but God doesn't work that way. Everything is in God's timing. Everything, I don't care what it is, everything is in God's timing. So I could just remember just walking around, baby, on a walker, trying to hop and limp around after having this knee surgery. Just got a whole attitude with God, cause God ain't moving for me like I want Him to. God is not doing moving fast enough for me. Oh, I want for Him to move right then. I want the right now effect. And not thinking, it ain't in my time, and it's always gonna be in God's time. So I'm sitting here with a whole attitude with God, upset because God ain't moving. He ain't moving. But I'm steadily praying. I'm steadily praying. I'm steadily asking God to move, to bless, and all of this. But God still ain't moving. In my eyes, He ain't move. He still ain't moving fast enough for me. Not knowing that all the time behind the scene, God working everything out. Behind the scenes, God was working everything out in His timing. He was preparing me for what was ahead. So, and I can remember hopping my little self out there on the front porch because I, didn't like to lay around too much after having this knee surgery. Didn't like to lay around too much. And I remember hopping myself out on the front porch to sit up for a little while and out there just praying and asking God, why has He forgotten me? God, you know that I've been praying and asking you to bless me with my own home, and I need to move, honey. I need to move. Why are you keeping me in this here situation? So, um, and that was on a Monday. Uh, Babe, I'm still, like I said, even going through, even being in a semi-depressed stage, I was still thanking God. I was still thanking God for the things that I had, even the things I didn't have. I was still thanking God for it. Um, So I most certainly Monday was sitting out on the porch, baby, and sometimes you just have a little conversation with God, baby, and here I am with a whole attitude cause God ain't moving for me like I want Him to. And that was on a Monday. So still praying late at night, in the middle of the night, laying in bed, hurting from the knee surgery, still hurting because I'm in a situation I don't want to be in. Even though that's my family's house, I can stay there whenever. But, when you're used to being in your own place and uh, being able to do the things that you want to do in your own place, and how you move in your own place, and how you keep it, it hits different when you're actually in a home or in a house with someone else, that doesn't share the same thoughts that you know have as far as home living and stuff like that. So, but I'm gonna tell y'all how good God is, and that's why I get on here and always say how good God is, how God has blessed me and kept me, and how thankful I am. So Monday, here I am sitting out there, mad, uh, complaining, upset, because God was not moving how I wanted Him to move for me. But again, when you think God is not listening, paying any attention, or that God hasn't has forgotten about you, no, He's just working things out on the back end, and that was most certainly what He was doing for me. Because Tuesday, when I got up, uh, I got the phone call that was saying, that a house was available. Um, and if I wanted it, I could surely get it. And so that is what I did on a Tuesday. That was on a Tuesday. I got the call. I think a Thursday I was paying the money to move in. I think I had to wait maybe a week or two before I was actually able to move in. Um, Before I was able to actually move into the home. Uh, but baby, when I tell you, I was so excited. I was so excited. And I couldn't do nothing but thank God. I couldn't do nothing but thank God, because God had given me everything that I had prayed and asked Him for. It just didn't come when I wanted it to come, but it came in God's timing. It came right at the time that I needed it to come, right at the time that I needed it to come. And again, whenever you got something going good, or something is happening right in your life, the devil comes in and try to throw a wrench in whatever you got going on. So had gotten everything situated, gotten the keys, signed my lease, and all of that. Had gotten everything situated, and then here comes, oh, you can't move in because the last person. And I don't understand why they do it, and I don't know if they do this in y'all states as well. But they go by the last bill of the last tenant that had lived in the house that you're, or the place that you're moving in. And I don't understand that, but the last tenant left off on a high bill, so that kind of determines the amount of the deposit that you will pay for the actual bill to move in. Um, and so I ended up having to pay a $500 deposit uh, for a bill. But when I tell you, honey, I had exhausted all of my money, uh, as far as paying the first month and the deposit, and the deposit for the other utilities that I had to get cut on. I had exhausted all of my money, and just didn't know where I was going to get the money from. And I am the type of person, I just don't like to ask people for anything. I've learned early, even growing up, uh, I'm just one of those type of people that don't like to ask people for anything. If I'm asking you for something, then you know that I really, really and truly need it. But I am most certainly one of those people that don't like asking people for anything. Anything. I will most certainly go without before I ask someone for anything. So, but when I tell you, baby, I reached out to friends, and baby, they came together and helped me get that money up so I could be able to uh, get that specific utility cut on, and be able to get into this home. That's exactly what happened. And I was so blessed and so thankful to be able to do that. And then when I moved in, and I've told this story a many of times before, but when I moved in, I had my blanket, my pillow, my air mattress, my TV, uh, my cell phone, and my charger. And baby moved right in here with nothing, because I had furniture, everything in storage. But I am one of those type of parents, uh, and since I was at my home house, I didn't have a need for furniture or anything because my mom's house is completely furnished all the way through. So um but I had my stuff in storage, and I think my daughter apartment that she lived in at the time had flooded. So she lost everything that she had. And so she had found a new place and was going to have to acquire new furniture and stuff. So uh, here I am as a mom again trying to fix it. Told her that, I didn't want her to have to spend money to get everything. She could just have everything that I had in storage. So was able to bless my daughter in that way. Um, so, and let me say this, that is what life should be about. Uh, Being able to bless somebody. People don't know. When you're blessing other people, that's how you will most certainly, God will most certainly bless you, by being a blessing to others. You can't always expect someone to bless you and you can't bless nobody. That's not how it works. So, again, I had given my daughter all of my stuff. And so uh, I was thinking at the time, well, hey, I'll be here for a little while longer since I can't find me a place. And all of that. So had given my daughter the stuff, and then, like I said, Monday, baby, I was crying and complaining and fussing and all of that. And then Tuesday, I get the call about the house being available and that I can move in. So when I moved in, like I said, I had my blanket, my pillow, my air mattress, the TV, my phone, and my phone charger, and moved right on in here, baby, with just those things. But I was still thankful. I was still thankful because I was in my own place. And so, when you have different family, it could be family, friends, or whoever. Oh, honey had to turn their nose up, and oh, you moved over in that house with nothing, ain't nothing in there. I don't see how you can stay over there, and I ain't got this and I ain't got that. Ooh, I don't think I can do it, honey, because I'll be too embarrassed to let somebody in there, and I ain't got this and I ain't got that. And that's all well and good if your mind is set up that way. It's all well and good if your mind is set up that way. But the way I think is they missing out on the real blessing. And the real blessing was the house. that I had cried out and asked God to bless me with. That was the real blessing for me. So, was able to get in here and again, uh, you know how I get up and fuss and cuss and complain about going over there with sister. And even though I moved in the house with nothing but all of the complaining and going over there with sister allowed me to furnish my house from front to back without having to ask anyone to help me with that. Now that's a blessing. That's most certainly a blessing. That's most certainly a blessing. I am thankful. That's why when y'all hear me say that I am blessed, I am thankful, I'm appreciative for everything that God has done for me. Because God brought me from a mighty, mighty long way, even from childhood up until adulthood. God has kept me. God has blessed me. And He's continuing to bless me. And I'm thankful. And I know, people may not not want to hear anything about God and all of that stuff. But hey, I'm going to keep on telling you about how good God is and what He has done for me. And if you don't believe Him, try Him out for yourself. God is good and God is worthy to be praised, y'all. Because God done kept me through a lot of dangers, seen and unseen. And I am so thankful. I am so blessed. I really and truly am thankful and blessed. Um, Again, I complain about having to get up and go over there with Sister Honey because she gonna worry me half to death. But again, I'm thankful to even be in the predicament or just being able to get up every day and go do the things that I have to do because now I can most certainly do all other things that I want to do. So, yes, I am most certainly blessed and I'm thankful in that aspect. And then let me tell you all, I wanted to start this YouTube channel because my profession, when I was in the work field, I was a baker. I was a baker. So I wanted to get on and showcase my cooking and my baking on this YouTube platform until I met someone um, on YouTube. I met somebody and we got to talking. And a situation came up where we got to talking, on a personal level, and some of the things that she was disclosing to me were some of the similar things that I had gone through in my life, growing up and into adulthood. And it was like I was just in a mirror talking to myself and looking at myself in the mirror, listening to this lady tell me a little bit about herself. So when I tell you, I say, well, gosh, it's people out here that has gone through some of the same situations that I've gone through. It's people out here that have experienced some of the same things that I've had to experience. So let me just get on and try to be uplifting and encouraging, uh, and just talk a little bit about how God kept me and how God saved my life on numerous occasions. Let me get on here and let this be what this platform and this channel is all about. And don't get me wrong, I may not be somebody's cup of tea. And if I'm not, I'm okay with that. I have no problem with that. I have absolutely have no problem with that. If I'm not your cup of tea, most certainly go get you a cup of coffee with cream and or sugar. However you feel, however you like it. But I'm going to continue to get on here and talk about the things that I want to talk about. No, I don't have to tear nobody down. I don't have to try to destroy nobody or make nobody feel bad. Um, trying to suit nothing up to get a click or a view or a like or a comment. No, I'm going to get on here and talk about the things that I want to talk about. I'm going to get on here and be my genuine self. Baby, what you see is what you get. I'm just a laid back country girl out of Alabama. Uh, I'm this way on today is Monday. I'm gonna be that way on Tuesday and Wednesday too. Just a laid back country young lady from Alabama that's living and enjoying life and love to get on here and chit chat and talk to people. Uh, have met some genuine people while doing this YouTube journey. Met some genuine people that I talked to on the back end, not only on YouTube, that I talked to them away from YouTube, and just thankful for the conversations. Thankful for them just telling me the different things, different positive things, positive affirmations, just sharing thoughts and comments, just sharing laughs and all of this. So I really and truly appreciate the genuine friendships that I have uh, built with people. Um that I've met doing YouTube. So I am thankful. I am thankful for all of you all to have started out with 0 subs to this channel, this platform, and to be all the way up to 1122 1,122 subs is a blessing for me within itself. I know people with millions and thousands of subs to their channel. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you all. But I am happy for myself. I'm slowly building this platform. And I'm doing it being my genuine self. Being my genuine self, honey. Baby, what you see is what you get. You may see me on here one day with my hair and some braids. You may see me on here with a bonnet on. You may see me one day with a ponytail. But that's just me. You may see me with a house dress on. You may see me with a towel on. Uh, I've been drinking them beers. You may see me with nothing on, child. But it is what it is. But I'm just saying that to say I'm just going to be my genuine self and get on here and tell you all the real about me. No, I'm not gonna get on here and try to tear nobody down uh, be invested and all invested in somebody. No. I'm not set up that way. I'm not invested in what nobody else going on, how they got it going on, and what they doing to get it going on. No, that's not my concern. I'm gonna get on here and be transparent and honest about the things that's going on with me first. And then if it's something that I don't like, I will most certainly speak on it, give my opinion, and that's just what it is, my opinion. Everybody is entitled to one. So I will most certainly get on here um, and give my opinion about something, but am I going to dwell on it? Am I going to lose sleep over it? Is it going to stop my life or my everyday living? No, it's not. Baby, the train gonna keep on rolling. But again, if I see something wrong with it, I'm gonna speak on it, and then I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going, and that's just me. That's how this channel, this platform is set up. This how this channel and this platform is set up, baby. Cause this life over here ain't perfect. I done been there and done that as well, and uh if you gotten to be a old food, that means you had to be a young food. So I done been there and done it all, baby. So I can't throw a rock and hide my hand on some stuff too, cause I know I done did a lot, honey. I done been in love a time or two or three. So I most certainly can't say nothing too much. But again, I'm old school. My line of thinking is old school. I'm just an old school person. Um, and I just do things the old school way. That's just me. That's just my way of doing things. Um, and again, baby, if I see something and I be like, this here don't make too much sense to me, I will most certainly speak on it. But then I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna stay stuck in it. It ain't gonna affect my everyday living. Baby, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and that's gonna be it, and that's gonna be all. But again, to everybody that sub to the channel, I really and truly appreciate you all. I really appreciate y'all just rocking with this laid back country girl out of where? Alabama, and Roll Tide. Miss Brown Sweet, Roll Tide. She's a Georgia Bulldog fan, y'all, so that's why I'm saying. And then I know she'll catch the replay and hear me say, Roll Tide. But I'm just really and truly thankful. I really am. I thank God for everything that He's going to do for this platform, this channel, and I want it to be so big. I want this channel to be so big that I'm able to go around and just bless everybody that's in need. That's what I want to do. That is what God is putting on my heart to do, and I'm most certainly going to do that. I'm most certainly going to do that. So again, I'm slowly but surely building this channel up. That's why you hear me ask you all to sub to the channel, like and comment, because those things help me with building this channel, this platform. So again, thank you all so much. To those of you who will come back and catch the replay, make sure you all hit that like button. Make sure you all leave me a comment and let me know where you all are watching or listening from. And then slide on over and hit that sub button for me as well. Again, if you all are going out, make sure that you all are staying cool. Make sure that you all are staying hydrated. It's a heat advisory here in Alabama. I don't know if you all have that in your city or states where you are, but we most certainly have it going on here in Alabama. So just make sure that you all are staying safe. Um, and then just continue to live, love, and laugh on purpose, baby. Life is what you make of it, and life is most certainly worth living. I'm going to get off of here right now because I can go on and on and on. But I'm going to get off because I'm going to try to get me a little nap before it's time for me to actually get up this morning. But again, I hope you all have an amazing day today. And I will most certainly talk to you all later.